Section 1. Understanding the basics. Your Plutio's interface is structured of three main sections: the main menu, the utility bar, and the page. From the main menu, you can navigate to the different pages and features, access your settings page and support portal, and your notifications center. The utility bar is usually visible on every page, and it contains functions such as search, filters, grouping and sorting, and a toggle to switch between available views such as the list, cards, or a timeline. Setting up your account. The settings page, which is accessed from the main menu, gives you everything you need to set up your account and business. All the setting options are relatively organized into few categories to make it easier for you to find what you're looking for. I'm going to try and show you the main setting options, and then you can explore the rest at your own pace. My account, where you can update your login details and localization preferences. Business details, where you can set the business hourly rate, currency, and the default localization preferences. You can also add your business contact details, address, and any additional information such as the company registration number or VAT number. From the Brand and Interface tab, you can update your business name and subdomain if needed, upload your business logos, and change the color scheme of the interface to match the brand. The Email Settings tab gives you the ability to connect your own email address, so when sending out emails such as invitation or notifications, they are sent from your own email address and not from the Plutio default email address. General Settings is where you can switch some features on and off, override the default messages used when sending emails, and set your own color scheme, which will give you a shortcut to the colors you've chosen when adding a color tag to a task or a project. Templates. Create and manage templates for almost anything in Plutio, such as projects, tasks, proposals, and contracts. Choose the template type, and then create a new template, or click on any of the ones you currently have to edit them. Custom fields. Create and manage custom fields for almost anything in Plutio, such as tasks, proposals, projects, people, and even files. You can select from 4 different types of custom fields: input, drop-down, multi-select, and a date. Invoicing. Set up payment methods to accept payments when sending invoices. Customize the number format of your invoices. Add or update your taxes. Attach a terms or a note section to all of your invoices. Permissions. Customize the level of permissions of everyone involved in your business. Create and manage user roles and set different levels of permissions for them. Remember, if you're ever stuck, need help, or have a question, you can always reach us from the support portal. Simply click on Support to open the support portal and click on Send us a message, and that will connect you with one of us. Or visit our help center, which we definitely recommend, as you might be able to quickly find answers to your questions there. Section 2. Overview of Plutio's features. Let's start with the main tasks page, which is the very first page that you see when you open your Plutio account. This page is completely private to you, so whatever tasks you add here, no one can see them apart from you. To create a task, simply type the task title into this field. Then click on Add Task or hit Enter. The task will then be created and added to your list of tasks right here. This page has 3 views. The My Tasks view, which shows only the task that you've created within this page. Project Task view, which only shows tasks pulled from projects. Delegated Tasks view, which only shows tasks that you've delegated to others. By default, all tasks on those pages are grouped by due date, but you can easily change that by clicking on Group from your utility bar and then choose to group them in a different way. For example, I can group this page now by status, assignee, project, or custom fields. The task page is divided into different sections: the location of the task, cover image if applicable, the task title, time tracking trigger, task options menu, which allows you to set a color, copy, move the task, mark it private, and other options. The task description area, which allows you to expand on the task with more information. The comments section allows you to collaborate with anyone involved in this particular task. From the Attachments tab, you can upload files and documents, as well as linking to external resources. And you can mark any image that you've uploaded as a cover image for this particular task. The Timesheet tab will show you all the time logged for this particular task. Here we have subtasks, start and due date, and the ability to create a repeating cycle, delegate the task or add followers to it, and from this section you can add custom fields. In this example, I've created and added 3 custom fields: priority, estimate, and tags. Managing your projects. The projects page gives you a bird's-eye view into all of your projects, their statuses, the participants, and a hint on progress. If you have a lot of projects and this page became overwhelming, try applying some filters and groups to only show what you really need to focus on. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to first group all my projects by status, and that will give me a better visualization of where things are at. Now I'm going to try and apply a filter. Status is not completed. And that will then hide all projects that has been completed or cancelled, showing me only the projects that require my focus. Now let's click through to one of the projects. Each project has its own tasks page, where the majority of planning and work takes place. We are going to dive into this page in more detail, but just before we do that, let me give you a quick overview of all the other elements that comes under a project. The calendar page gives you an overview of everything related to this project that has a date. You can easily create events for this project by clicking on any of the date slots. And you can drag and drop tasks and other elements to reschedule them. From the timesheet page, you can see all of the time logged on this particular project, by yourself or by others involved in this project. The invoices page shows you all of the invoices related to this project, and so does the proposals page. Here we have the proposal that we've sent the client before the project started. From the Files tab, you can organize the project assets into folders, and you can allow anyone involved in the project to participate by uploading or viewing or commenting on files. The Contributors tab simply lists everyone involved in this project. Usually, each project goes through different stages or phases before it's completed, and so you can easily change the status of a project from here. Choose the new status from the drop-down menu. Let's say this project is now pending, and you can expand on it to give it more context. So now this project is pending client approval. The task page is structured of task boards, and you can create as many task boards as you want by clicking on the button right here. In this project, I have 3 task boards: project milestones, client requests, and an archive. Let's go back to project milestones. Now this is my main task board, which includes 5 task groups: planning, design, development, launch, and follow-up. Now those are the stages of which the project has to go through before it's completed. Those stages are called task groups. Each of them has a set of tasks related to that specific stage. So to summarize, tasks go inside a task group, and task groups live inside a task board. So we have a task board first, then task groups, and then tasks. Creating invoices and getting paid. Plutio makes creating invoices and getting paid a breeze. Let me show you how easy it is to create an invoice. From your Invoices page, click on New Invoice. This will then open the invoice editor. The editor is divided into three main sections: the Actions menu, the Items, and the Options menu. Let's go ahead and start by adding an item. And you can expand on that item by adding a description. Then set the amount, the quantity if needed, and a discount. You can add a discount per item, or you can apply a discount to the invoice overall from the fee summary section right here. From the Options menu, we should assign the invoice to a client and then to a project if applicable. There are three payment agreements to choose from: a one-time payment, recurring invoice, and a recurring billing. Although Plutio will automatically create a recurring invoice if the recurring invoicing or recurring billing is selected, it will only automatically bill the client if recurring billing is selected. The issue and due date are automatically set for you, but you can change them anytime before sending the invoice to be paid. And from here, you can update the payment options and currency for this particular invoice. Once you believe everything is ready to go, click on Preview from the Actions menu to preview your invoice. If all good, send the invoice for payment by clicking on Send Invoice. Creating proposals and legally binding contracts. With Plutio's stunningly easy-to-use drag-and-drop editor, you can create proposals in no time. Let me show you how. First, click on Proposals from your main menu, and that will open up your Proposals page. From there, click on New Proposal. This will then load up your Proposals editor, which is divided into three sections: the Actions menu, Proposal Canvas, and the Options menu. Each proposal has a header, which contains essential information such as the proposal name or title, the creation and expiry date, your details, and the client details. You can start building up your proposal by dragging and dropping different block elements from your Options menu. For example, a content block. Now we have our content block added to the proposal. Let's paste some content so we can visualize it better. Now, I'm going to replace some of the content with dynamic smart fields. So for example, I'm going to replace the client with a smart field to automatically populate the client name for each proposal. And so for the project name and the proposal expiry date. You can drag and drop as many elements as you want into your proposal, and there are plenty to choose from images to tables, items, videos, and even custom HTML. Let's have a look at a pre-made proposal so we can visualize what we could achieve. This proposal has a cover image and multiple content blocks, each divided with an image, then a video, a list of services, and here we have a block of optional items that the client can select from when previewing the proposal. If any is selected, the fee summary block will automatically update to show the changes in real time. If you want Plutio to automatically create a project for you once the proposal is signed, make sure to tick the Auto Project option. You can also tell Plutio to create a project from a template. If Auto Invoice is selected, Plutio will automatically create an invoice for you once the proposal is signed and ask the client to pay for it during the proposal preview flow. You can even request a deposit, so when the proposal is signed, the client will be asked to pay that deposit. If you want to attach a contract to your proposal, simply click on the Contract tab. Here, you can add a contract which will be attached to the proposal. The structure is very similar to the proposal structure, where you can drag and drop different elements to construct your contract. And you can use smart fields for your templated contracts to make it easier for you to reuse them. Once you're happy with your proposal, click on Preview from the Actions menu to preview it. If all good, click on Send Proposal to send it to the client. The client will then receive an email with a link to open up the proposal online. Let's go ahead and try and sign the proposal. Click on Sign Proposal. The client will then have to type their name and sign. Then move to the next stage, review the contract. Once the client reviews the contract, they can then sign it by typing their name again to confirm it's them and signing. Now the proposal and contract are signed, the client will be asked to pay the invoice. This invoice is automatically generated by Plutio. Managing your contacts. From the People page, you can see everyone involved in your business. Everyone has a profile with everything you need to know available to you in an instant. From here, you can see the profile role and local time. And this is the list of all companies this profile is associated with. Down below is all of the available contact details and any other information. From here, you can log activities, schedule events, and create notes. You can quickly view all of the related items to this profile, from projects to timesheets, invoices, and proposals. To edit someone's profile, click on the Edit Profile button, and that will open the profile editor. Your changes will be applied instantly. Tracking your time. Tracking time and keeping an eye on your billable tasks has never been easier. The timesheet page gives you a deep overview of all time logged business-wide by yourself or anyone else. You can easily log time by clicking on the Log Time button from your timesheet, or start tracking time by clicking on the Time Tracker button from inside the task. There are two ways to invoice for your billable and unpaid time. The first method is by clicking on the Create an Invoice button inside any of the timesheets. The second method is by creating an invoice from your Invoices page and then assigning that invoice to the project with the billable time. If you have any billable and paid time inside that project, Plutio will automatically show you a message asking you if you would like to add those tasks into this invoice. By clicking this button, Plutio will populate all of the tasks and their details into the invoice for you automatically. Okay, sorry, I don't think there was sound when I ended the video. But what I said is that was a lot of talking, but I hope that you managed to get some information from it. Now, I'm going to go for a couple of minutes before I'm back, so we're going to take a break for 2 minutes, and then we will be back for our Q&A session. So prepare your questions for them to be answered in real time. Back in 2 minutes. Okay, I am back and I'm ready to take your questions. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this because there's a lot of comments, so I'm going to do my best to keep up and answer all of them. So I'm going to move and share my screen just in case I need to show you something. And here we go. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Integrations of any sort is coming early 2019. We are just about to release our API to a specific, to a number of people to help us test it, and then hopefully when we polish it up early 2019, we will start rolling out integrations. You can make templates for almost anything, but templates for invoicing is coming very, very, very soon. Yes, I will talk a little bit about custom fields. So you can create custom fields from settings, as explained earlier in the video, and click on custom fields. Now, you can create custom fields for almost anything, from projects, tasks, people, and even files. So let's go ahead and click on projects, for example. Create a custom field, give it a name. Let's say this is an estimate, and let's keep it as an input. Now, there are different sort of formats that you can have it as. So an input, drop down, multi-select, or a date. And once you create it, you can then go to a project. Let's click through to one of the projects, click on overview, and add the custom field here. And that's useful because later on you can group custom fields by, group projects or any other elements by custom fields. I hope that answered the question. Translation, now Plutio is available in a lot of languages, but the translation is done voluntarily by some of our Plutiopians. They're doing their best to translate Plutio and their help is greatly appreciated. But obviously, as you probably understand, it will take us a little bit longer to get the translation polished up. If you're willing to help us translate Plutio to your language, get in touch via the built-in live chat and I'll set you up. Thank you for helping. If you're having trouble with setting up your custom email, if it was a Gmail email you're trying to connect, go to our help center and type troubleshoot Gmail email, because there's a few steps that will help you get your email connected, especially if it was a Gmail email. You can save a current project as a template. So let's click through to one of the projects and save as a template from here. Then you can reuse it. By the way, as you can see in my screen, I've created a project called Leads, and it allows me to manage my leads. It's structured into multiple phases: new lead, contacted, waiting to hear from, and in negotiation, and then ultimately won. And basically, when a new lead comes in, I create a task for that lead and move them through these stages until I ultimately win them. So you could create a lead management board as a project. There is a community on our Facebook page, so if you go to Facebook and type Plutio community, you'll be able to join our community where a lot of templates are shared there as well for your inspiration. The pricing for Plutio can be found on our website, plutio.com/pricing. Sharing templates is not yet possible, but this is something on our roadmap. By the way, guys, if I missed your question, please ask it again because there's a lot. The stream is very, very fast and I'm trying to catch up. So if I miss your question, please ask it again. Yes, white label solution is available. You can white label Plutio. Go to our blog, which is blog.plutio.com, and you will find an intensive article about our white labeling and what it includes. You can create as many businesses as you want from one login, and you can switch from them or between them from here. So you can click on create a new business to create a business, and you can easily switch between them from here. Now remember, each business will have its own billing plan and settings. We are working on the inbox as hard as we can, so I'll keep you guys updated. Reporting, exporting, importing, all that sort of stuff is coming very early 2019. Yes, these tags are set manually, which these are basically custom fields. I'm going to show you another example here. Here's my main example. Now, an idea that could help you when you work on a project with a client is create a task board called client requests and give the client access to it. So the client can basically submit their change requests and ideas into this task group, and then you can basically review whatever changes are requested and move it. It's in review, it's approved, it's done, etc. This will help you keep track of what the client asked for, new changes asked for, and what you've done and completed from these changes. So it's just an easy way to keep track of things. You can make Plutio more awesome by sharing your feedback with us, of course. Archiving. Now, we take backups by the minute, but backups are only used in disaster sort of situations. Now, you can't archive anything as of yet, but we are working on an archive feature. However, if you want to hide completed projects or tasks, use the filters. As I did just right here, I added a filter called status is not completed, and that will take out all the projects that has been completed and only leave the ones that are not completed. You can have as many clients as you want. So you can invite as many clients as you want into Plutio. Yes, business name is actually in the works right now. We are working on it right now. So if you go to a proposal, let's go to my proposal right here. I used few smart fields, and under client, we are planning to add business name, business address, so basically the client business, and the ability to assign invoices, proposals, and even projects to client businesses is coming very, very soon. Yes, there is a way to set up recurring payments. By the way, we are just pushing, and we are pushing an update to it like tomorrow, which we'll have. It's going to have a completely new subscription page, so you can manage all of your recurring invoices and subscriptions. But I'm going to show you how it works right now. So if you click on a new invoice, click on agreement, and you have three agreements: one-time payment, a recurring invoice, or recurring billing. Recurring invoice will simply recreate the invoice every time, but it will not auto-bill them. Recurring billing will actually auto-bill the client every time. Yes, once the clients open a proposal or an invoice, you'll be notified. Make sure to download our mobile app because you will receive push notifications. Also, we've just released a feature where if the client signed a proposal or paid an invoice, they will receive an email with a receipt. Auto following is coming with automation early 2019. Yes, you can create notes right now. So if you click on projects and click on one of the projects, click on the Files tab of a project, and then click on Documents. Now that will give you a nice clean canvas to put anything into it. And remember, this is secure, so you can put passwords in there. You can have a wiki in here. You can have whatever you want, really. And you can maybe structure them in a way that they're inside folders if you want to go deep into structuring these wiki files. Yes, actually, in the coming few days, we are releasing a brand new way of changing statuses of your proposals and invoices. There's few changes coming to this, so we will release a product update about it as soon as we release it in the coming few days. But there is a new way of changing the status of your invoices and project coming very soon. Documents cover sounds like a good idea. I'll bear that in mind. Yes, now if you don't add any pricing to your proposal, so if I'm going to go to a proposal now, let's click through to one of the proposals. Now, if there is no pricing or any items added here at all, now the fee summary will not show. So the fee summary will only show if it has a positive number or an item in there. And that's really good because when you add items, so let's say, let me add one item just so I can show you. So here's an item, Plutio sticker, and it's, let's say, $1,000 for it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go preview. Now this is auto-selected. Now, see, there is no fee summary or anything that indicates the total of this proposal. But then the client can then choose different items they want. So Plutio sticker, and whoop, the fee summary now appears. I hope this helps. You can share a task board with a client publicly without the need for them to sign up or log in. And you can do that by clicking on a project, the three dots top right, and then click share. And then you can share the link with them. You can also embed your project task board anywhere you want, on your website or anywhere else. Task list is only available on the main tasks page, which is right here. I'm afraid there is no current way of turning off the time trackers automatically if you started another one. You'll be able to see all of the active time tracking from your main tasks page, and you can easily switch them off by clicking on this button again. For multiple businesses or boards or brands, you can hover over the top left over your logo and then click on Create a New Business. For more information on that, visit our Help Center and type multiple businesses. You should be able to see an article with a detailed explanation. I'm afraid right now the client have to log in to collaborate with you. So if you want them to upload files, you have to invite them. Remember, take a look at the settings page. It has a lot of things that you can set up to make Plutio work your way. For example, permission. If you click on a client, you'll be able to see all of the things that they can do, and you can sort of limit them of what they can do and they can do. And a very, very, very good trick is when you go in a project, let's click through to one of these projects. You can actually change the permissions per task board at a task board level or a task group level. So for example, a client is invited to this project, so the client can see this project and everything in it. However, I don't want the client to see my project milestones anymore. I only want them to see the client requests board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the permissions of the task board here, and then I'm going to click on the client, and then I'm going to switch off view this task board. And now the client will not be able to see the specific task board of the project. If I want them to see a task or a task group within this project, task board, then I simply assign that task to them, and then they will only be able to see that specific task inside that task board. And you can do the same thing for task group as well. So remember, there is permission level per task board and task group. And if you want to hide a task from clients, you can mark it as private, and that task will not appear at all, not only to the client but anyone else, unless they're added to it as followers or you've delegated it to them. So there is different ways of working with your clients. You create a project for each client. So as you can see here, I have multiple projects, and each of them is actually for a different client. So I have a project, called Fish and Chips, Avenue Studio, Tomato Bakery, and these projects are for different clients. And I simply invite the client to their project, and then I can start, collaborating with them on files, conversations, the timesheets, etc. So the best way to do it is to create a project for each project and then invite the client to that project. Yes, you can. So you can create preview links of proposals or invoices. Simply click on a proposal, open it up, and click copy link. Now that link is public. So when you share it with anyone, they'll be able to see that link. So a pipe, drive, like, or leads task board is just right here. There is no limit on uploading or basically storage. There is no limit on storage at the moment. Just use it fairly, please. If you want to give your partner the same access, click on their profile and change their role to co-owner. Now, co-owner will have the same level of access as you, but they will not be able to delete the business. That's all. The beta option gives you access to early stage features that is not yet polished or fully developed. So use that wisely. To add a task to a project, so I'm going to start from the basics. So I'm going to create a project, a fresh, brand new project. I'm going to call it Plutio Workshop. You can select a template if you have one already. You can add contributors to it already. And here we go, create a project. So from here, inside the tasks tab of a project, I can rename the task board to be stages. And then click on create a task group to create your first task group. Call it stage 1, stage 2, and so on. And then you can create tasks, task 1. So basically, tasks live inside task groups, and then task groups live inside task boards. So we have a task board, and then a task group, and then a task. Our mobile apps basically have the same functionality that our desktop app has. So yes, you can create whatever you can create on desktop or web app, you can create on mobile app. The white label is actually designed for to add another level of sort of branding to your business, because not everyone needs it, and so it actually costs money to run white labeling, and that's why it's a paid feature. It's an add-on for everyone who needs it and work with clients. So the majority of people don't necessarily work with clients, but if you do, we definitely recommend having a white label. Right, if I missed your question, feel free to post it again. The stream has gone a bit slow, so I'll be able to focus a little bit more now. So hiding elements from your teammates is possible from settings. Remember, settings is a fantastic place to get set up. So go to permissions from settings and click on the teammate or the user role that you've created. And then if you have view all projects ticked off, they will not be able to see any projects unless you add them to that project as a contributor. Plutio is fully GDPR compliant. Take a look at our privacy policy on our website. So go to plutio.com and take a look at the privacy policy from the footer for the full details. You will be able to use the EBI to do more than just adding tasks, coming very soon. That is actually something we're working on right now. We're brainstorming the idea of showing your name with the addition of Plutio if you don't have a white label. So we're working on that right now. We're brainstorming that idea. So thanks for giving us feedback. Exporting and importing coming early 2019. Offering automatic discounts is not yet available. There is no more lifetime deals. That was the last one. White label is only available on a monthly basis. But guys, if you don't have white label, you know what? I'm gonna give you all a discount right now. So bear with me. I'm gonna give you a white label discount. So where is the codes? Let's have a look at the codes. 2 seconds. Discounts coming your way. I'm just getting the code right now. So here's a 20% discount on white label. Use that code I've just posted and you will get your discount. If you're having trouble with setting up your white label, get in touch with us and I'll do my best to help. But remember, so from settings, brand and interface, you can add your domain right here, and we have an article that explains how you can connect your own domain name to Plutio, so it doesn't use the subdomain anymore. And it will also allow you to change the interface colors to wherever you want. So as you can see here, I've just changed the top header, and I can now change the secondary main menu as well. So I can make it pink. I can go crazy. Here we go. Now that's a nice combination of colors, isn't it? Now my Plutio looks completely different. So you can personalize Plutio with white label to make it look just like it's yours. Yes, you can use the discount code with a combination of Black Friday, but that code will not last for long, so make sure you use it. You can upload it as visual logo, Jake, and if you had trouble with that, let me know. That code is used when you go to enable that code, go to settings, and if you click on brand and interface or email settings, you will see a banner if you don't have a white label enabled to ask you to enable it, and use that code during the checkout of activating your white label. Now guys, by the way, as I mentioned, we are going to be sharing some sneak peeks on automation, artificial intelligence, the upcoming inbox, the forum builder, and a lot of amazing features. So if you want to be one of the first people to know or to see these sneak peeks, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But I'll be documenting our journey, our back scenes journey on my Facebook. So make sure to follow me to be the first to know of what's happening in the back scenes. Wow, now that was a nice 1 hour to connect with everyone. By the way, what is, if you don't mind me asking, what is the feature that you're looking for more than anything of the features that are coming in the future? Yes, fixed amount per task is coming. Well, you'll be able to assign a time limit on tasks. So when you reach or about to reach that time, it will notify you until you're about to reach the time you specified. Do you want to continue, or do you want to pause it there? So that is coming soon. By the way, guys, please, if you have a minute, don't forget to leave a review on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and on our, hold on, I'll send you the link actually to it. That will really greatly help us. If you guys can leave a review here, that will be so helpful. So was this onboarding useful? Did you learn new tricks and ideas, and did it help at all? Yes, this video will be available to watch, and I'm also going to send it to everyone. Well, you just got a discount, so... By the way, do you want a sneak peek on the inbox? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the inbox. Here's a sneak peek of what's coming. As I said, if you want sneak peeks like that, you should follow us on Facebook. So let me show you a sneak peek on inbox. I'm just going to enable. I am just working on enabling our backend so you can see the upcoming brand new inbox. Just bear with me. It is loading up now. Ready? Excited? It's going to be amazing, by the way. As I said, by the way, Plutio translation is done voluntarily by fellow Plutiopians. So if you want to help us, please get in touch and I will do my best to onboard you into our translation tool. But bear with us because translation, as I said, is done by volunteers, so it will take us time to polish it up. Right, let's have a look at the brand new inbox. Here we go. So remember, this is a draft version of what's coming, okay? So from here, you'll be able to see all the messages, and you can later on they will be pulled not only from Plutio, but from your live chat, from email, etc. And you can filter by project or a channel, so you can create a channel for a specific group of people or for a specific topic, or you can see all the conversations for a particular project. When you click on one of the conversations, it will open up the conversation page, from which you'll be able to see, the person's detail, and you can type information, you can type the message here, add a note, and so on. So that's what we're working on, and that's what you expect to be coming very soon. The inbox feature and all of the other features coming are included on all of our plans, so don't worry. You will be able to create tasks from emails, yes. So let's say this message came through, or being pulled from an email. When you hover over it, you can choose, from this option, you'll be able to choose to add it as a task or create a reminder, and so on. You can change notifications from settings. So if you go to settings and then click on notifications, you'll be able to see all of your options right here. How and when to receive notifications. Well, Inbox at the very early stage will be simply a replacement of what we currently have, which is conversation. It will be a great step up towards making or bringing your live chat sort of experience and email experience into one inside Plutio. And obviously, we are going to be building a lot of features later on it to improve it and make it work your way, such as campaigns, so be able to send campaigns and automated campaigns. So yeah, there's a lot in the works, there's a lot planned, but but obviously it's going to take some time, so bear with us. Offering discounts when paid early is not yet possible, but you can do that manually. However, it's actually a fantastic idea, and I'm going to add it to our backlog because it might help the conversion rate for you guys. So I'm going to bear that in mind in our next invoice update and proposal update for that matter. Will a live chat be created? Well, maybe. Right, so if there is no more questions, I should actually change the interface colors back because this is blinding my eyes. So brand interface and reset colors. Here we go. Ooh, back to purple, as we say. By the way, we have an affiliate program, and you can make you can make 15% on each recurring sale. It's a recurring, so click on affiliate program from your account to join our affiliate program and start making passive income. Notice window, I will do that. Okay, so the idea behind forums is to allow you to create forms inside Plutio, within Plutio, and from which you will be able to create forms for questionnaires or to request content from clients and so on. And what happens is with automation on top of that, you'll be able to tell the submissions to go into specific places. For example, if somebody submitted a form, then start a flow where an email is sent to them, and then notification is sent to me, and then a project is created, or a task is created, or an entry of some sort is added somewhere. So when we have automation, you'll be able to specify if this happens, then do this or do that, and so on. And that will streamline your business and basically make it run by itself. Just imagine when we have that enabled on Plutio. But yeah. Having templates for blocks and items and packages is in the works right now. It's coming very soon. You can track time. There's two ways of tracking time. Actually, there's one way of tracking time and one way of logging time. So to track time, simply click on a task and click on the time tracker, and that will start the time tracker. This toggle will specify if this time is billable or not billable. And remember, the time has to be 1 minute or above for it to be logged into your timesheet. If you want to log time that you already tracked, click on the timesheet and click log time. Okay, so if you can get the white label discount working, I'm going to show you how now. To create templates, click on settings and then click on templates. Okay, so to activate white label, click on brand and interface or email settings and then click on the button that will say activate right here. But you will have to have a plan or a package of some sort or a promotional code for it to do that. A very good idea, Nate Alger. I will bear that in mind in our next update. The white label discount is ongoing. Remember, it's only going to be available for a couple of days. Well, each task actually has a unique ID. So if I'm going to click on, let's click through to one of the tasks. If you click on the edit icon of a task, to open up its options menu. If you click on copy link, now that will generate a link with the ID of the task. So this is the ID of the task, and each task has a unique ID. You can use that ID in a custom field. So you can create a custom field called ID, and then you can add that ID to it. Yes, invoicing companies, sending proposals to companies, and tagging companies, mentioning companies is coming very soon. You can't stack white label codes on top of each other. No, you have to use one white label code only. Olga, I will experiment with that idea, moving the close button, but I can't guarantee anything, sorry. Well, the links, you can share the links with anyone, the link of a task, but because the task is private and you have to sign in to view it, they will not be able to see anything unless they are part of that specific project and they have permission to view that task. Add a read confirmation to delegated task is a fantastic idea. Thanks for the feedback. And just like Nick Murray said, if you want to support us and move faster, then subscribe to our white label, help us with a subscription. So with templates, I know templates is one of the things that would really help you get started with Plutio. And so we are planning to introduce a brand new templates library where you can see tons of new templates by us or by the community as well. And you guys will be able to share templates between each other as well. So that's something we have planned. But obviously there's a lot planned and we are sort of prioritizing all the different features. But it is on our roadmap. I'm not sure what you mean by an actual checklist because subtasks can be used as a checklist. Okay guys, so remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just type or search for Plutio for sneak peeks on what's coming and to never miss a beat. And you can follow me on Facebook if you want sneak peeks of behind the scenes because I'll be documenting our journey building Plutio, like what the tools we use, how we do it, the problems that we face on daily basis and so on. And if you need help at all, you can always reach us via the built-in live chat by clicking on support, send us a message, and you'll be able to reach us right there. Now remember, we are getting a lot of requests, so it might take us a little bit longer to get back to you. Bear with us, please. And there is a community on Facebook. Go on Facebook and type Plutio community, and you'll be able to find us there. I'm so glad this has helped you, and I'm gonna do my best to keep creating more videos and more training videos in the coming few weeks or months. Your feedback is always appreciated, so don't hesitate to share your feedback with us, or critiques for that matter as well. If you guys need anything at all, you know where to find me, and thank you ever so much for joining me in this live workshop today. I wish you all a fantastic day or night. It's night my time, so I'm gonna go straight to bed because I'm absolutely shattered. I've been preparing for this video for 3 days non-stop. So have a great time and I will catch you next time.